let's talk about finding your way back to happiness. The first thing we need to understand is a truth many of us hear, but few truly absorb. Happiness is not a permanent destination. If you're waiting for a day when everything is perfect and you can finally be happy forever, you will be waiting for the rest of your life. That's simply not how we're wired. Happiness is a fleeting chemical reward, a signal from your brain that you're making progress towards something meaningful. Chasing happiness itself is a hollow pursuit. A far more rewarding path is to chase fulfillment and peace. So, how do we find them? Let's start with peace. Peace, at its core, is a state of acceptance. It's looking at your circumstances, good or bad, and not being thrown off balance. It's the freedom that comes from knowing that even when stressful or negative things happen, your inner world remains unshaken. This foundation is built upon your philosophy of life, the lens through which you see, feel, and interpret everything you encounter. My personal philosophy is one that might sound bleak at first, the belief that nothing has inherent universal meaning, but instead of being depressing, this idea is profoundly liberating. If nothing truly matters in the grand cosmic scheme, then neither do my mistakes, my shortcomings, or my moments of pain. If the universe will one day cease to exist, then the pressure to be perfect, to follow a specific set of rules, is lifted. It frees me from the anxiety of what others think, from the fear of failure. It doesn't mean life is pointless. It means I get to choose the point. N-I. Imagine someone gives you a vast, blank canvas and tells you that you have 1 hour to create whatever you want. The catch? In an hour, the canvas will be completely erased. One person might see this as futile and do nothing, but another, like me, sees it as the ultimate freedom. If every mark will be erased, there are no mistakes. There's no wrong color, no misplaced stroke. I am free to create the most beautiful piece of art I can imagine, simply for the joy of creating it. This is life. The canvas will be erased for all of us. Why not paint a masterpiece? And this brings us to fulfillment. Fulfillment is the feeling you get from painting that masterpiece. It comes from setting personal goals, goals that times genuinely want to achieve, not goals that society or your family sets for you and making steady progress towards them. So many people are unhappy because they spend their days living a life that isn't their own. They're following a map someone else drew for them. The most fulfilled people in history weren't chasing happiness. They were chasing a vision, a purpose that was deeply meaningful to them. They endured struggle, pain, and judgment because they were on a quest for fulfillment. Find what matters to you, your art, your freedom, your family, your purpose, and pursue it with everything you have. When you anchor yourself to something meaningful, you become unstoppable. And underpinning both peace and fulfillment is a profound appreciation for existence itself. Step back and contemplate how bizarre and miraculous it is that you are here, right now. You are a conscious being on a rock flying through space, capable of thought, love, and creation. The odds of your existence are infinitesimally small. You have won a cosmic lottery. When you view life from this perspective, small anxieties begin to fade. Being upset over a minor inconvenience seems absurd when you realize the sheer privilege of being able to experience anything at all. This isn't about forced positivity, it's about being present to the weird, wonderful reality of being alive. And finally, ground these mindsets in tangible actions. Treat yourself like you're someone you are responsible for helping. You would ensure that person sleeps well, eats nourishing food, gets some sunlight, and stays clean. Offer yourself the same care. No one will ever care about you as much as you can. Make yourself the #1 priority. So, let's bring it all together. Stop chasing the ghost of happiness. Instead, build a life of peace and fulfillment. Find a philosophy that sets you free. Define what is meaningful to you and pursue it relentlessly. Appreciate the incredible fact that you exist, and don't take life so seriously. We're all just painting on a canvas that will one day be erased. Make it beautiful.